we're back. We're gonna do some spoopy shit today. What do we got going on? Well, we're gonna be trying this super adorable Japanese game, Doki Doki Literature Club, which sounds pretty amazing. I'm into books, and you get the cute schoolgirl outfit, so what is there not to like? It should be a should be a lot of fun. The game is free on Steam, so we're gonna give this a shot. Apparently it's pretty short, and there's kind of like a twist. It is apparently a horror game, and that's about all I know about it. Something the girls turn creepy and evil. I don't know. Let's see. So, make sure we're good to go. We are good to go. Excellent. Alright. Everything is working. Look at that. That's amazing. I like it. Okay. So, it gives us this fun little intro. I'm 13 years of age. I'm going to consent to exposure of highly disturbing content. I don't know. I know it's going to go dark, but I don't know if it's going to go dirty. But other people are playing this game on Twitch, so hopefully we won't get banned. Alright, cool. I'm just finishing up my little snacky snack. Alright, cool. So we're good here. Everything is working. Let's get into it. Alright. We consent. My viewers consent. Let's watch our intro. Oh, it got all colorful. Oh, this is cute. Alright, let's do this. Oh, my name? Oh, I have to say the dialogue, don't I? Alright. Here we go. Also being Doritos. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but in high school she would oversleep and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase me, I almost feel better running. I'll just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me. Ah, I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking of ignoring me. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, but you did wait for me. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you wanted. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and go to school. As we get close, the streets are speckled with other students making their daily commute. It's funny. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you I'm not really interested in joining any. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you'd join a club. Did I? Maybe I did in one of my conversations where I just kind of go along with whatever she's saying. She worries a little too much about me, when I'm fine, getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you weren't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Fine, I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises. Will you try a little? Guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I get seeing her worry so much makes me want to ease her mind, even if she does exaggerate everything in her head. The school's as ordinary as ever. The day's over before I know it. After I pack up, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I have no choice to start with anime. Hello? Sayori? You must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. Oh, I look around and realize I'm the only one here. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, well, you can come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Mean! She's vice president of the Lit Club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature, and I'm 99% sure she did it because she just wanted to have fun starting a new club. She was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the vice president. My interest in Lit is guaranteed to be even less than hers. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Oh, come on, please. Why do you care so much? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if she's really that much of an airhead or she was so cunning to plan all this out. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Yeah, let's go! Today's the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Sounds about right. I follow her across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Oh wait, where was I? I'm gonna fix this. Okay, there we go. She is full of energy and opens the door. The new member's here! I told you, don't call me a newbie. Huh? Welcome to the Lit Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Oh, I'm a boy. I didn't know that. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Oh, words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Ha. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's the one who made cupcakes, though. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. She says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that, baka. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Drake. She smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. She was probably the most popular girl. Smart, beautiful, athletic, you know the type. Completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little weird. You too, Monica. Come sit, we made room for you at the table. So you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. It's been widened, so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Whoa! Ooh. A dozen white fluffy cupcakes are decorated to look like kitties. The whiskers are drawn with icing with little pieces of chocolate for the ears. It's so cute. Kawaii. I didn't know you were so good at baking. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first. I follow. It's delicious. She talks with her mouth full, has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I do it. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I didn't make them special for you. Okay, so she's the tsundere. I thought you technically did. Sayori did. Well, maybe. But not for you, baka. All right. I give up on her weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcakes. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? The teachers gave us permission, it's okay. Doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess it does. Totally does. Oh, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. She faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider Lit Club? I was afraid of this one. Something tells me I shouldn't tell her I was dragged here. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. As president of the Lit Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of debate? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing around budgets and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special. And if it encourages others to get into Lit, all the better. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something new. Especially when it doesn't grab your attention like Lit. You have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member. Though I don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I don't even get to choose. Usually are there choices in the dialogue you have to make in this kind of game? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, and Natsuki's head perks up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, she traces the ring of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. She goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She's so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ooh! Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. That's right, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Is that foreshadowing? Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why? Her eyes dart over to me. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give It Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. She puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. You write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. She averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how she feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help her feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence. Okay. I have an idea. They look quizzically at her. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. Ooh. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? She smiles warmly at me. Well, there's still one problem. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. I lost my train of thought as they stare back at me with really sad, dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Drake, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Fine, I've decided. I'll join the Lit Club. Their eyes all light up. I'm so happy. She wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Lit Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at Omi once more. Drake, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Actually, is it Monica? I don't really care. It's fine. It's Monica. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as they clean up their food. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? We never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, we depart the club room and make our way home. Whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Do I have to pick one? Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem. A poem? Oh, we actually have to write one. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Huh. Who should we go for? I'm gonna go for purple hair. I think. I don't want the meanie pants. Let's see. Fester. Oh, that one. Ooh, graveyard. Oh, that's a good one. Probably shouldn't do that one. There's some weird words. Oh, maybe I shouldn't pick that one. I'm picking like fancy words that don't mean cute things or evil things, like middle words. Boop. Boop is on here. Okay, let's see what we get. All right. Hi, Gendrikana. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at Lit Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. She told me you didn't even want to join any clubs. Same with last year. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, burn. She finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. It is. Swiftly defeated, she plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Drake always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. It's because your roommate is so messy, it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Well, you two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You guys can become good friends, too. Sayori. As usual, she seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. She made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. This one nice gesture from you was a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that Sue? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. She reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. You're gonna hate the end of the game? Oh, really? Why is that? Oh, I know you probably can't tell me. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Does that mean everybody dies at the end? some weird shit's gonna happen soon.
You were almost a Jim Sandwich.
Strip for Iraq. Thank you for the follow. That's hilarious. That's a funny name. So you've played this game before then. Discuss it if you wanted. This is, how's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew, delete and die. So everyone, this is not a happy ending kind of game, is it? Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Yes. Now everyone's settled in. I expected her to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. I don't even know what I'm expecting with this game. Like, you have to choose who dies instead of who to date or something. I don't know. She stabs herself. Nope, no spoilers. Nope, no spoilers. I haven't played this before. But that doesn't seem to be the case. They're just having a cheery conversation in the corner. Her face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Is it for more cupcakes? Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? We're not supposed to click anywhere else, are we? I guess I could always read some of the books she gave me, but I'm a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep. I close my eyes and end up listening in on the conversation. We're gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival's our chance to show everyone what it's all about. It's a horror game. Yeah, I know it's a horror game, but I don't know very much yet. I know that you're not supposed to go into the game knowing much, other than, yeah, it's a horror game. It gets a little dark after this cutesy bit. So no other spoilers, and we'll see what happens. I don't even know if there's choices you can make that affect the ending either. The problem is the idea of lit club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a lit event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place. And then when they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? She's talking really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. I wait till Monica take you space. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Oh, what kind? Well, I guess we could cupcakes! Good thinking. She would love to do that. Oh, you're right. She makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Just wait. All right, I'll wait. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait and see what happens. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. We still need to work out the details of the event. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation, she can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I guess that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. No spoilers, please. Ooh, ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud, come on. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't want to do spoilers until we've seen what's going on here. First playthrough and all. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, it's written all over your face. She glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of her hair, trying to straighten it out. Ho, ho, ho. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. But I don't really care either. You meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, dude, that's cold. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Dude, I hope this guy dies. What a douche nozzle. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. I'm pretty sure he just mansplained blazers and like clothing. Jesus Christ. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close, really? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so. Why does it feel strange to see her blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. She unbuttons it again, completely. Whew, that's so much better. Yeah, it's stifling. She puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, he wouldn't even let you do things like that. And you take care of me better than anyone else would, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than ourselves. I guess so. Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Whoa. Whoa. You're doing it again. I was kidding. It's impossible to tell with you. All right, everybody. She calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote? Yay! I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. She still trots away to retrieve her poem, even though I was being sarcastic. By the way, did you remember to write a poem? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, now that we're ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. I thought they were just going to share it with everybody. They pull out their poems enthusiastically. Coyotes is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. Nonica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see her pristine handwriting. The others reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same. Oh boy, who should I show my poem to first? Yudi. She seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. She stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. I don't think she liked it. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Harsh. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. It's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere yet. It might take her a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers try to make their style very deliberate. They tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. When she finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is gone and she sounds like an expert. That's not something you can be blamed for. There are many skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it comes with practice, learning by example, and trying new things. I hope everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Oh, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if she's apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity, which itself is kind of funny. Isn't this supposed to be a lit club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Ah! Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, easy to digest. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Haha. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Duh. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Maybe the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Yeah, dude, never read a poem before? Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing. It makes me happy you think that. Just remember it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, so she didn't like mine. Let's get rid of Grumpagus. Tsundere. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's blunt. Excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't evoke any emotions. Basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's funny. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. And that's true. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? I guess not. I humored her with the last comment. I don't care how old everyone is, but if she's feeling proud, I won't take it away from her. Get rid of garbage. Girl. Oh my goodness, this is so good! I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. But jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Drakena poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. She hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. And the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thank you. I'm not sure if she sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here. That'll be my way of thanking you. I'm gonna hold you to that. Yeah, now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you testing me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. It's fun. It's really cute. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about it myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or it just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I got all cranky. Well, there's no point in arguing. Well, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget, and I'm going to write the best poem ever. I guess I look forward to it. Last one. Hi, Drake. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I hand her my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Dang it! That's not what I was going for at all. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends. I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but we're actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Is she gonna kill herself? Is she the... Oh man. Well, to each their own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way. I see. Well, let's read it. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. The kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany. It's been influencing my poems. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. That is true. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. It's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Sounded like a radio. It is true though. Whew, I guess that's everyone. I look around the room. It's a little more stressful than I thought it would be. It's like everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing. That wouldn't happen to me. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a lit club after all. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Yuri and Natsuki gingerly exchange sheets of paper and share their poems. As they read them, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. She dismissively returns the poem to the desk. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way? Sayori liked it. And Drakana did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless I come across something inspiring. Which I haven't. Dracana liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member. Eh? That's not what I... Ugh. You're just... She stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dracana appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Drake started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting. Suddenly, they both turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Drake, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for nothing? The meaning should jump out at you, not force you to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only limiting yourself, it's a waste. You understand that, right? Well, do I have to pick one? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, here we go. We finally get to pick. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why she felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said things you didn't mean. She apologized. Shouldn't you too? She clenches her fist. Nobody's taken her side. She's trapped, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your ugly faces right now. Without warning, she snatches her poem up and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I approach her and sit next to her. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, how could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of the club. It's nothing. One more thing. What Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did she say? Never mind. Was it boob pads? Like, extra padding around here? I'm gonna make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Okay, it's about time to go. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was fun. It was worth it. It was alright, mostly. How about you? I'd say the same. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Maybe I can do a better job at impressing those I want to impress. I have a newfound determination. What the fuck is this? It's a dating sim that turns into a horror game. I don't know what we're doing. This is nothing like Resident Evil. It's supposed to get really dark later. There's some weird shit. I don't even know. I just know it gets weird. We're gonna get real weird with it. Drake, ready to walk home? Let's go. She beams at me. Truly has been a while since we spent this much time together. I can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, that's really the first time I've seen them fight. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Drake, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Being friends with everyone is nice, but does it need to stop there? We can find a girlfriend. We'll just have to see what the future holds. I pat her on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easier to use her as internal monologue. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, this is a weird fucking game. It's like a dating sim that turns into a horror. We gotta write a poem now for our literature club. Because we're a Japanese boy who just... It's a harem. It's a harem anime, basically. Okay, what do we got? I'm so disappointed. Dude, what? You can't be disappointed. We're playing a variety of horror games. This is the whole point for me to play new shit. Are there just gonna be a bunch of bad words every time? Like, eventually we'll have to pick some bad ones. Okay. We're gonna try some different words this time. Determination. Let's see. That's a good word. Good words. This has stickers and oohs. Yeah, it's adorable, but it gets dark. Just wait. Just wait. Some really interesting words here. Flee is a good word. Infinite. I'm already horrified. Anime is real. Just picking big words mostly. Alright, let's see if we got it this time. Another day, another meeting. A little more comfortable here over the last few days. The usual scene greets me. Hey Drake. Hi Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Nah. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. What? That's so weird. Why don't we take a look at your purse? Eh? Why that? All of a sudden, no reason. I just want to look at it. Ah. She nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ah, I knew it. I can see right through you. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to forget you spent all your money so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, so that only leaves the one option. Ooh, ah, I give up. I can't do this sound effect. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. She giggles. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. I told Dracana to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And after pulling a little stunt like that, your suffering is enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Well, coming from you, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. She knows exactly what she's doing. She told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that. Bah! Out of nowhere, something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. She hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. She rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. She suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. How about my tongue? You're going through a lot over just one cookie. She takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good, too. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Really happy you shared this one with me, though. She gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez, I get it. Those faces. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Oh, Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, she trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Oh, is it about to get dark? Is shit gonna have to solve the mystery of where the club president went? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular. You don't think she has I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about, Baka? Monica glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. It makes no sense. You would have heard the bell ring. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn. That's so cool. You should play something for us. She looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better. Yay, that sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Really? In that case, I won't let you down. She smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot. And I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. Oh, in that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I left out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book. Natsuki disappeared into the closet. That's funny. Yay! I know. Just wait. Just wait. You didn't highlight my message, dude. Just wait. It's gonna get dark. You gotta get invested in the characters, and then it all gets super dark. You have to hit I agree at the beginning to say I'm over 13 and I am okay being shown disturbing images. This is gonna get dark. This was highly recommended by a lot of different people, so just hang on. Just come back in 20 minutes. Go watch Sex and come back in 20 minutes and see if shit's going down. I want to talk to Yuri a little more, but I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I look at the cover of her book. It's the same book she lent me, and she seems to be on the first few pages. Hope it's not the last 5 minutes of Spoopy. I have no idea when it happens. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet. I like you reading this? Oh, thank you. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, Baka. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something obvious here she's not telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'm so shy that I wore this tight top with my big boobies. I know, right? And I'm gonna stick them out by doing this. Yeah, that's great. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about? Well, she closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. That sounds like me. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She's targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she has to choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she destroys most of her relationships and her life falls apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? She made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. This is more foreshadowing. This is the second time they've done this shit. She gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. This is so foreshadowing. I hope so. I totally forgot she's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive, but her mind is completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or philosophy they believe in. Then when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. This is so much friggin' foreshadowing, dude. Music is a bit much, it's forced. I think it's kind of happy, though. Like, it's really contributing to the whole, like, oh, this is such a cutesy little thing. Like, it's fine. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest. I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I forget to pay attention to change. Stop me if I start talking to myself. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about books. Least I can do is listen. It's a lit club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I get the book from my bag. Can I sit here? I sit next to her. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you. It's just something I'm not used to, reading in company with someone. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I get what she means about reading in company. It's like I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is comforting. She's in the corner of my eye. She's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She's reading from my book instead. Sorry, you really apologize a lot. I do? I don't mean to. Sorry. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against hers. Is that a euphemism? I hold my book between us. I suppose so. She closes her copy. Once we lean in, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh, doki doki. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page, though. Here. She takes her left arm. Why is her hand here? She got one hand here and one hand here. She takes her left arm and holds the left side between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. I turn a page, she slides it under her thumb and flips it to her side. But we're huddled even closer than before. Kind of distracting. I can feel the warmth of her face, and she's in the corner of my vision. You ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted. I glance over at her face again, and our eyes meet. How will I be able to keep up with her? I'm a speed reader too, so I get it. That's okay. You're not as used to reading. You're dumb. You're a dumbass. I'll be patient if it takes you longer. It's the least I can do since you've been patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. She no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. I do that all the time with sex. It's funny. We continue the first chapter in silence. But turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go, letting it flutter over to her as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you. You think so? How does she? Well, she's more blunt, but she also second-guesses everything she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but kind of reminds me of some of your mannerisms. I see. She remains silent. But Drake, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Poem time. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's fine. She releases her hand from the book, closing it on my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit. That's good reasoning. In that case, you can finish the first 2 chapters. All right. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off, then put it back in my bag. Okay. Let's see what Monica's got going on. Because she sounds like something going on with all of them could be evil. I don't know. How's the writing? All right. I'll take it. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Hey, you never know. Want to share what you wrote? Sure. Here you go. I give her my poem. Great job. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. It always counts when I put in an effort. Oh, that's not very fair. Well, it worked. You know, Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. That's what I was going for. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. You allow someone to get something out of it just by feel, or let them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practicing, which Yuri probably has. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read mine? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's look. Save me. Ho, ho, ho. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Save me, load me. Is that video game metaphor? It's even more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Oh, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen. I like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where or how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about. Sometimes asking what it's about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. You'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. Don't forget to save your game. Oh. We can save? Oh. Okay. You never know when you might change your mind. Okay, so save me, load me. Okay. Alright. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected might happen. Is this Steam? Okay, so Steam said this game was similar to Undertale. That means they're gonna fuck with my save files. Alright. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. This is gonna get meta soon. Let's get rid of Grumpy Girl. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're not good enough for that. It fell flat. Well, I just want to try something different. I'm still figuring this out. I like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy and add more meaning just by using annoying or complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. Well, that's one way to look at it. Everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Well, here's mine. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? She likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Is this secretly about racism? I don't understand. Not bad, right? It's longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Well, the message is pretty straightforward. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about everything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting you and it makes them happy? I think people need to respect others for liking weird things. You're right. I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best. I don't like writing unless there's a good message. Like, conveying emotions is fine, but I want to make you think, not feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow. Oh, God, there's more. There's more poems. Okay. All right, more poems. Oh, I like this one. It has some nice feelings in it. Well, I'm glad. But your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's better. You caught me. You know me a little too well. Well, don't just try to be nice. If I'm doing bad, I'd rather you tell me. No, I liked this one too, I promise. I wouldn't lie to you, ever. I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one? I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel, it must be good. I'm not sure that's how it works, but conveying feelings is an important part of poems. Maybe. I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about you. If you don't, you might get hurt. Well, I don't know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Let's see. I like happy poems. Well, sometimes I like sad ones. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Just a happy little rainbow. That's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings. Thanks, Drake. I should go write that down. You can read my poem now. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all alone. All done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. These are all getting super dark. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course. I told you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever. Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It helps me understand my own feelings better. Writing is like magic. That is true. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Is this all like a suicide pact? Wait, is this Suicide Club? Sayori had a habit of getting obsessed with things and then she'd drop it in a week. This may be one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes, it's hard for me to be pessimistic. Just Yuri. Okay, let's see what you've written for today. She stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Drakena, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Well, maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. She visibly swallows. Her hands are sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. She breathes and collects her thoughts. Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I give her patience. Yeah, just being appreciated like this. It probably sounds stupid, but Seeing someone motivated by my writing, it makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? She nods. I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? She nods again. Huh. Even your close friends? She doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my windows. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Huh. That one was interesting. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if this is my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what the poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what this is supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Okay, this is like the third time we talked about this shit. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She's talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But that's my fault for judging her. Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. All right. Well, thanks for sharing with me. If I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Uh-oh. We should probably save. Okay. All right, we're all done reading each other's poems. I have something extra planned today, so if you could come sit at the front of the room. This is about the festival, sort of. Do we really have to do something for it? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. Why don't they just die already? They gotta get you invested first. It's just more meaningful when they kill them. That's why the people who die in the first 30 minutes of a horror movie, nobody cares about. You gotta get invested. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't do well with last minute prep. Don't worry, we're gonna keep it simple. We won't need more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters. I've got pamphlets we can give out. I mean, that's great, but that doesn't tell us what we're gonna be doing. Oh, I bet you heard about it. We're gonna be performing. Oh. Is it gonna happen at the school festival? Monica, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event, but we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Oh my god, this is gonna be a train wreck. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? No, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this. There's no way I'm performing in front of a group of people. I agree. I could never do something like that. Imagining it, she shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start and put on a good performance, it will inspire others to do the same. And the more who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what lit is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Do you want to share that with others? Inspire them to feel the same feelings that brought you here? I know you do. We all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, I know you can do it. and killing people. Yeah, I don't know who's killing themselves or killing other people. Something's gonna happen. Something's going down. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out. Well, maybe. Natsuki doesn't have any more arguments left. Okay, fine. I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? She dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best. This club is gonna be the death of me. Ooh, there it is again. Oh gosh, you'll be fine. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how are you gonna do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll sort of have to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Yeah, of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the poem she has in mind. She stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. Her inflection is pristine. She knows how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Has she done this before, or is it natural? I glance around. Everyone's watching her. They all look amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face. Monica finishes the recitation. We applaud. She takes a breath and smiles. That was so good! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. You next? I'll go next. Ooh-ah! No, it should be cuter like that. Ooh-ah! I don't know. I can't do it. Yuri's filed up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... She glances at each of us. You can do it! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Her voice shakes as she starts reading. Just a moment ago, she refused to do this. Why is she putting in so much effort? As she gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's like what happens when she gets absorbed in her books. Quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns that she enunciates with perfect timing. A rare glimpse into the whirling fire she keeps concealed in her head. She's done! Everyone's stunned. She snaps back into reality and glances around as if bewildered. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me and we give her the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud, but we were caught so off guard we must have forgotten. As we applaud, she holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. That was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next. She hops out of her chair and walks up to the podium. This is my meadow. Sorry I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, in front of a mirror, in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay. She begins her poem. Feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from her gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what she meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply in someone than I thought I knew through and through. She finishes, we applaud. I did it! Good job. Even Drake liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I really don't understand. I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival. Okay. Who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Drake. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Drake lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Oh, Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. I don't have much of a selection. I'll have to go with what I wrote today. Go to the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not confident in my writing, it's hard to put energy into it. But once I finish, I get applauded. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence. That's something that'll improve over time. Maybe. All right, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. She begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. She takes a breath. When she starts reciting, her sour attitude disappears. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme. It's her trademark style, and it works well when spoken aloud. The words bounce up and down, giving life to the poem. She finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want. But when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing. That's a surprise. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's how it is, so in that case, you won't have to worry for the festival. But I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you have an idea of what it's like. Pick a poem, get enough practice before the festival. I'll make pamphlets, so let me know what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already surprised you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me happy. No problem. All right, everyone. That's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's working out really nicely, so I'd like to continue that. Let's finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can do this. All right. I won't be able to find the same enthusiasm, but I'll get through it. It's for the club, for the band, for the band, for the band. And impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go? Yep. Look at you two going home together. It's kind of adorable. Geez, guys, don't make such a big deal. It must be a little nice. Well, how do I respond to that? It's okay. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with her once more. It's only been a few days, but lots of things have changed. Today, Sayote's being a little quieter than usual. Hey, sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, she fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're putting me on the spot here. Oh, I have to make a decision. Yeah, walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so I'd have to say yes. Isn't she beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Geez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's not gonna happen. Maybe, but I like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore. Was she a ghost the whole time? Need you? Sayote, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was her fault for trapping me with that question. I can't just lie. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. But if the festival's only a few days away, who knows what will happen? All right, let's pick some words. Like crunch. I really want to click poop. They're really bad. The music is so cute. Oh. Alright. Oh man. Last one here again. I just walked into. Piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, picking up piano. Not determination, passion. The club wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. And I'm happy you're willing to help out. Can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but the whole day of school where we get to play and eat food. You sound like Sayote all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Uh-huh. It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people. I didn't say I didn't like it. What do you mean you, of all people? Because it's in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. That joke makes no sense in translation. That was funny. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now. It's true, Ika is squid. Reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayoi's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori? Oh, there you are. She's sitting at a desk in the corner looking down at nothing. Uh-oh. I spurned her affections. I waved my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Everything okay? Of course. Why would it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. You worry too much. I'm fine. She shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. All right. You say so. I worriedly glanced at her before turning back towards everyone. But the conversations dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending time together. I approach her, who's shuffling through some papers. Drake, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori? Anything up? Well, wait. Maybe I'm reading into it, but she seems downcast. You think so? Can't say I've noticed anything. She looks at her, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you. You know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just want to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it. No, it's important to me too. I'm also her friend. And I care about the well-being of my club members, you know? I'll talk to her. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Maybe the thing on her mind is you, me. How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say much, but Sayori talks to you about you more than anything else. She's been so much happier since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on. What? No way. She's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so just forget that. I'll talk to her, so don't think about it anymore. All right. She smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room. To Sayori. I watch her kneel down next to her and they talk. She's keeping her voice quiet so I can't hear anything. I sit down. I know she told me not to worry and to have fun, but that's impossible when she's acting like this. How much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh on me? Now it feels like I'm the one being weird. There's nothing I can do but wait. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Yuri's peering at me from her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen her approach anyone or start a conversation on her own, so I have to go approach her. It's a little easier now, though. I stand up and sit next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that, Baka. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share that concern. That was kind of weird. There are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share, I would be happy to listen. Oh, it's no big deal. I was just feeling weird about Sayori. She seems a little off today, but when I asked her, she didn't want to talk to me. So I wonder if something happened. Yeah. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. We've been friends for so long. Oh, I see. Maybe it is weird for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm reading into it too much. Drake, the world's full of meaning, hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you know them. So you think there might be something behind it? I think she's a complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what's going on in her head, and she might not know what she wants. I noticed her weird behavior today, too, and I'm also concerned. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? I guess that was the case. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. She looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. Ugh, cat hair. That is, I think she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Avert my gaze. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Really? Dudes are terrible at feelings. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. As long as we're here, why don't we read? Well, as long as you're okay. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Let's. I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea? Not at all. Thank you. If there's one thing that can make reading better, it's a nice cup of tea. And one for you. She stands up and goes to the closet. She gets a small water pitcher, the kind with a filter. Can you hold this for a sec? Sure. She hands me the water pitcher and fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and we'll get some water. She puts the kettle on the desk. I watch her. The way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, she's elegant and methodical. Okay, can I have the water? Thanks, I'll be right back. Might as well go with you. Oh, why not? Shall we go then? We shall. Where are you two going? We're gonna make some tea. I realize how weird it sounds to explain this. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. How's that weird? Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's Monica, please mind your own goddamn business for once. Bitch, step off my man. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Drake in the club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Huh. Then let's go. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Alright, come on, let's get somewhere. In the hallway, she puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke it up, thinking, how could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's not right for Monica to judge people like that. Judging? How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? She lifts her head. Drake, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying it, but I'll help her feel better. Anyway, shall we go? Yes, we shall. We walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the pitcher, we return to the classroom. Drake, do you like oolong? Yeah. Anything is fine. All right. She sets the temp to 200. Let's get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not a tea expert. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. I guess I will. She gets the pot and begins measuring. Why are we... Can we get to the good shit? It's been an hour and a half. She starts humming a little. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Oh, that's great. Don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me. Always? It's been like 3 days since they've known each other. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I should pour a cup of tea for each of us. I have another request. Can we sit on the floor? Why's that? It's a bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. My boobies get in the way. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, no problem. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Oh, really? I wonder why. It's probably because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yeah. I have terrible reading posture. Tech! What? Way to go, buddy. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. Oh, there we go. Oh, thanks. Welcome to the Spooky Club, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub. What is it, 2 months? Way to go. You're now the record holder. Nice. We're waiting for the good shit to happen. Right now, this is getting it's a little much. It's a little cheesy. We've picked our girl in our harem, and we need to get to the spoopiness. We need some spoops. Have you played this game? We're trying not to get spoilers. But goddamn, when does it get good? It is a bit slow. It's been an hour and a half. Oh, I'm getting tired from reading. Well, hopefully it'll get good soon. Alright, she has terrible reading posture. That's where we were. Shit's going down. We're preparing for the school festival, of course. And the school literature club. That's what we're doing. Once you lock into the ride, it takes you places. That's what I figured. They gotta get you invested in the characters. But I'm like, we've hit every trope at this point. Every possible cheesy line you've heard before in anime. So we're sitting on the floor now. Alright, we're gonna sit on the floor. Let's do that. I'll get the book. I get the book from my bag. I have chocolate too. Small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. We sit against the wall, teacups at our sides, tripping on tropes. And I'm sure there's a reason for that. There's been some serious foreshadowing. Lots of death and dying, references, like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the spook. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half a book. But this time our bodies are even closer. I can't see too well. She slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like that? Yuri's kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's more than I can handle. Too much nosebleed. Your teacup. She hands me my cup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. She hasn't noticed a thing. She's got her intense reading expression, and I assume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. In a few minutes, I managed to relax, put the cup between my legs, and fumble with the chocolate. Ah, sorry. I let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want, baby. It's on Daddy. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. You sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book. Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, she's already reading again. I take a candy and put it in my mouth. I take another one and I hold it up to her lips. Oh yeah, baby. It's getting steamy. She doesn't even look away. She simply parts her lips as if this is completely natural. She already sounds hard. But that means I can't stop here. I put it in her mouth. Just like that, she closes her lips. She suddenly realized what she just did. Did I just... She looks at me like she needs to confirm what happened. Drake, sorry, I guess I should have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? Hey, pal, hey, buddy. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Just a friendly friend giving someone else chocolate and just putting it in their mouth. Then you don't need to stop or anything. Oh yeah, the situation has gotten tense. She tries to return the book, but I can tell that even she can't focus. My heart is pounding. Doki doki, that's where it comes from. I nervously take another chocolate, but this time her eyes meet mine. How did it come to this? She doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. It's called breathing. I raise my arm. She parts her lips, but it's different. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. This is hilarious. Okay, that was good. That was pretty funny. Okay. Ooh-ah. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. You can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? I'll put it away in her mouth. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Dude, weren't they watching us this whole time? Dang, that's like third base for Japanese school kids. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. We clean up without a word. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will ever bring up again. Okay, poem. We're gonna go down the line. All right. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform? Well, being in the club is one thing, but performing in front of people, I'll have to think about it. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll be great. It would also make me happy. Anyway, let's take a look at the poem. Sure. I let her take the poem I'm holding in my hands. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one. We don't actually get to read any of these, which is funny. Have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? Well, I guess so. You can't deny she's talented. Oh, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about lit. It's like a light turns on. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Oh, excuse me. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? Hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Oh no, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? Nani? You completely misunderstood. Oh, calm down. I'm kidding. She's already got a boyfriend. What, really? Yeah, a fictional one. She whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but there's not really any wrong with that. Oh, I know. I was just saying. I'll share my poem with you now. Okay, here we go. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Huh. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical, but it was kind of on my mind, so I wrote about it. I never really put much thought into it. It's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway. Oh, I get it. It's funny because they're cartoons. You get it? You get it? All right, Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's no good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put your heart into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, sharing becomes a lot easier. Instead of just telling you your writing is good, okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. Much more encouraging, and it will make you want to continue improving. The Flatland Fun, that's good. It's almost like having your own little lit club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right, here we go. I gotta pee, but I'm gonna hold it until after this part. It's nice. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else. Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends like I was hoping. That makes me happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters. Thank you, Drake. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? Nothing. I'm just a little tired. All right. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. I need you to stop banging Yuri with those chocolates in her mouth. That was too sexy. Don't worry about me. You can go play with everyone else now. Go play, if you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, she cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think we killed her. Is she gonna kill herself because I didn't choose her? Oh my god. Okay. Meh. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. I don't know why I got my hopes up. What? I didn't think this was that bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's gonna just sound like you're forcing it, unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems until you're on Yuri's level. She stopped short. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. She shoves the poem back to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't even show it to me. Ouch. That's what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain. At least she wasn't the girl I was trying to impress. That's funny. All right. Dracana, your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me is nothing short of spectacular. I can feel the emotions. I'm envious. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. That's the wrong way to put it. This never came naturally, but I've been able to improve thanks to you. You're the example I was chasing. I was chasing after you, baby. She smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and never shared it with anyone. It's a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I had a choice. What do you mean? Well, she smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do reading. In fact, I always have books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it, but books are full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you think would make really good friends. I think her horny jealousy gonna get them killed, maybe. I don't know who's gonna stab somebody, if they're gonna stab themselves or kill someone else. I don't know. I want this to get good soon. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out. They don't make fun of my body type. Really? The giant knockers? People make fun of you for your giant boobies? And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people, how to make people see me as normal, how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it that I really understood what I was missing. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person. I speak too slowly, I second guess myself, I read too deeply in things, but every time you've treated me like everyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others, but every time I talk to you, I just feel happy. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, baby. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them, but I'd really like to screw you. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and maybe more than friends, and I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? She puts her head in her hands, but she's smiling. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the graphic photos of anime girls scissoring. I don't think so, because I'm playing as a dude for some reason. All right. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky and expansive bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. Why do I want to sing The Little Mermaid? She reminds me more of Belle than Ariel. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. That's a good point. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes in the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. Oh, I like that one. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. No, the beach is cool. You say it like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I wrote foamy tendrils. It was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. Oh, Natsuki didn't even let me read her poem, so I don't have much to contribute. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Well, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have an interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But well, I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, you three, we're done sharing poems. Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing this club. Catchphrase? You're not a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Yeah! In your books, maybe. The only thing different is Sayori isn't here. Oh, it seems you're right. She always helps lighten the mood, doesn't she? It's like everyone's balance is thrown off when she's not around. Where'd she run off to? Yeah! I thought she just went to pee. Please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling well and went home early. Really, I hope she's all right. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick when she's not feeling well? I thought you two were all lovey-dovey. Oh, no. Stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, I want to doink the purple-haired chick. She's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh, that curious expression from Yuri. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival, so let's decide what everyone's gonna be doing. I know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Remember the goal, doink purple. Is that a catchphrase? Doink purple. But we might need a lot of them. Can you handle that all by yourself? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'll be printing and assembling the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them, and Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Even I can tell now. I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't be a leader on my own, I won't grow as a person. So, you have beautiful handwriting. You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Her expression changes as she stares at her desk and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help. But that just leaves you, Drake, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out. I would really appreciate it. Is she suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I wouldn't mind help. Even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you, Baka. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice. And you shouldn't be sitting on your butt. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned you would like to handle the baking on your own. Drake may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations? Sounds like you're just making excuses to hang out with Drake. What are you saying, Nani? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Well, it is. What do you think? Guys, let's settle down. Just simmer down now. It's Drake's decision how to contribute. He hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in— You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I was just saying though, jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah, Drake, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. We're gonna do a save. We'll do a savey save. But of course, I'm gonna go with, I can choose Sayori. Nah, dude, doink purple. Doink purple, doink purple. Probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can tell you're gonna say something mean. Shut it. Shut your face, girl. Nobody wants pink. So you'll be helping Yuri. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking, so your assistance will be useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, can you handle the baking? I mean, yeah, I already said I'd be fine. All right, everyone can tell Natsuki is feeling a little sour. It's a good chant, doink purple. We need some music to it. Is that everything we need to go over? Like a rap song, like doink purple, doink purple. I don't know. Okay, I'll stop. That should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, that might not be the right word, but I'm looking forward to it. Do you feel the same? Me? I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That is exactly how I'm feeling right now. They nailed it. What about you? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. That's not what I mean at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone. I'm sorry for this. I don't know why Drake picked me. And your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go well with my tea. Nothing I do for the event will compare. So I get it. I'm surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up? I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback when she already has trouble with words. Trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried to say something she would have said. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Did she kill herself? Something's gotta happen. We got the weekend of the festival. We're like halfway through. Something's gotta happen soon. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best damn part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So it's time for us to head out. All right, let's get out of here. Everyone packs up. I follow them out the door as they chat. Nani? I turn around. Sorry, I realized I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my Keitai? Onagai? I think that would be best, yes. All right. We exchanged phone numbers. Oh, I got her number. Boom! Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Oh, she's coming to my house. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? Oh, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house. Oh, that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I prefer going to your house. Oh, all right. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press her for a reason. It shouldn't matter, so I just gotta clean my room. I hope I can be useful. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself. I think we'll make a very productive team in the bedroom. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad. Wait, you don't actually think that. I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because I want to doink purple. That's what I want to do. But she thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking. You're doing that right now. Stop it. I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's it. Do you believe me? She thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, she finally says that and relaxes. And I'm looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that, I make my way out the door and she follows. I can't believe that she's gonna be coming in my bedroom on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. I've gotten used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might happen when we're outside school and alone. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this my chance to have something happen between us, or is it too early? Only time will tell. Until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I can't wait. Okay, I gotta pee. I need a minute. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get back to doinking purple. All right. There we go. It's Sunday. We should save. Yeah, okay. Whew, here we go. I've been getting anxious about Yuri's visit. I keep telling myself not to be nervous, but it doesn't matter. Purple is so ready, yeah. We've only got like 2 days left, so who knows what's gonna happen. All right. Yuri's an introvert and an intimate person. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. We've been texting. She was apprehensive, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Putting her aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori. Oh, she definitely killed herself. I don't know. It's not like we text each other all the time, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what she said, what Monica said, is it okay for me to put her feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit her before Yuri comes over. I'll just tell her I'm coming over, like we've done in the past. When I get to her house, I knock on the door before going in. We used to play so often, we've made it a habit of entering each other's houses like we were family. There's no music right now. Just saying. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't on the first floor, so she must be up in her room. It's strange of her not to run down and greet me. I go to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, god damn it. Nothing. She's fine. Fuck silence. Why is she okay? Hey, Drake. I sit down. She forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence. You haven't come over like this in a long time. I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Her room's as messy as ever. I recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years. She's okay, because doink purple. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. It's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? She'd already left by the time we decided it. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival. That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri. Yep. There's more silence. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Excuse me. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing after you left. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, she smiles, shaking her head. That's no good. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been even thinking about me. Is this my punishment for being so selfish? I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. What? Sayori, I grab her by the shoulders. What are you saying? Are you listening to yourself? I know something happened. There's no other explanation, so just tell me. Until I know, I can't stop thinking about it. She gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap. But you're wrong. Nothing happened. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about? You're really just gonna make me say it. I have no choice. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. Why should I do anything when I know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having to spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible she's kept this from me this whole time? Did she want me to just not think about her? Why? Why have you never told me this? It feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. If I knew, I would have done everything to support you. Even if there's not much I can do, I would have tried even harder to make every day better. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is tell me. You don't understand. Why do you think I didn't tell you? If I told you, you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing more important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Kill her. She's going to do it herself. Probably. That's why I wanted for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. Hey, thanks for the raid and the host. We're playing Doki Doki Lit Club. Hey, Zex just resubscribed. That's hilarious. Blame Canada. Yeah, we're playing a Japanese dating sim that's been 2 hours before it gets really... It's supposed to get bad and scary and creepy. We're still going. We still haven't hit the creepy part. We have chosen a love interest in our harem, though, so that's the good news. So this is our friend. We're hanging out and seeing what's going on with her. Did you sex up all the girls yet? No, but we are going to doink purple hair. That is the plan. Doink purple. We're close to the turn. Yes, finally. Oh, okay, I figured, because she just revealed that she's always been depressed. So something's going to happen. Is she going to off herself, kill someone else because she's jealous? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But it hasn't gotten dark yet. So let's go through this. We've got today to plan for our school festival, and then Monday is the school festival. Something's going to happen before the end of the school festival. We're pretty close. Texas, we're close. Let's do it. All right. So she's revealing that she's always loved us, and she has depression. Or she hasn't said that she loves us yet, but come on. She totally does. All right. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all. But I don't need to understand. What, are there as many titties in this as agony? No. I mean, they're just like Japanese schoolgirl boobies in their, uniforms. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Drake, there's nothing. Nothing you can do. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down her face. I made you join the lit club because I was selfish. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I grab her shoulders. I pull her into a tight hug. Oh, here we go. Ah, Drake. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. Punish her! Oh! If I make friends with everyone else, and that's just a bonus. But never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Drakena. Sayori isn't hugging me back. My arms are wrapped around her and her arms are at her sides. Punish her hard. She starts sobbing. That's not what we want to hear. No. She's, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. That's how that works. And if there's anything you need me to do, you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. This is so juvenile. Freaking boys. I don't know. She finally puts her arms around me. I don't know anything. It's all scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. I'm in lesbians with you. No, I'm playing as a dude. You didn't have a choice. You're a dude in a harem. Well, you know, it's a harem anime video game. But your hugs are so warm, and that's scary too. Sayori, let me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice. Yeah. She wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I could. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me. At the very least, do you want me to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, she shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me. Never trust a pink-haired anime chick. That's why we're going for purple. We gotta doink purple. You understand. It's kind of hard for me to understand, but I'm trying my hardest. Emotional range of a teaspoon. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. Short hair makes it worse. I mean, she's cute and all, but I'm not into that. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? What is this? Alright. I look forward to it. Is she gonna kill herself in her room? I say goodbye to her and exit her house. Exit her house. So awkward. I find myself uneasy, but it's hard to keep thinking when Yuri's coming over to my bedroom. I think she's right. I shouldn't worry. We're gonna have a great time. Depression is not a big deal at all. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach, I see something that makes me feel panicked. Yuri! Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting a long time? No, I just got here. So excited about teenagers killing themselves. Something needs to happen. This is now pouring. Something happened. I started to get really nervous when nobody answered. You always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried home. Oh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that. It should be common sense, but whatever. Okay, let's go. You brought a bunch of stuff. That's right. Did you find everything I asked you to buy? Pretty much. Well, I hope I got everything. Remember, kids, it's down the road, not across the street. I think she's gonna hang herself. That's my guess. I don't know. Let's take your bets. Placing bets. I take her to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over. That's very considerate of you. No, I would be pretty embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you're here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. Oh, yeah, here we go. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I grab her wrist. She was going to open a desk drawer. Uh-oh. What was in the desk drawer? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out and snooping. It's fine. I let go of her hand. She puts her hands in her lap to make sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? The dildo drawer. It's a dildo drawer. Purple rain. I know. 2 hours of boring. I have a few things planned you can help with. Should I say all of this in like porn voice? Decorations. No. Another atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements. The dildo drawer, exactly. We all knew it. We're all thinking it. Or dirty magazines. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. She's got all of that for today, boy. You're in for a treat. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Many will just stop by out of curiosity and for cupcakes. I want to provide a whole experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that bad? No, not at all. I like that about you. Oh, really? That makes me feel relieved and happy. Oh, no need to be anxious. You can relax. Yeah, baby, just relax. I brought some things for relaxation. Oh, I was going to use them during the poetry event. Like what? Well, she opens her bag. She's got some candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping, so I have this in my bag. We're going to cover the windows Aromatherapy dildo. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. That would be amazing. Oh, that would be neat. What's that wooden thing? Oh, that's for later, baby. Oh, it's a diffuser. Dang it. This is boring. None of this is fun. I thought it would be dirtier. It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Can men use it? Would it fit in a bread box? Depending on the oils or herbs, you can change the mood. Relax. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflections. It's like magic. She pushes a switch. A thin ray of vapor spouts through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. I know the dog is being ridiculous. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine. It smells sweet and flowery. That's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. It enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. God, this dude. You seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. She's so horny, Dicker. She smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. Dick the hell out of her. Boink. No, doink, purple. It's jasmine and chloroform. Good night. She's enjoying herself. She reaches in her bag and pulls out some spools of ribbon. Oh, that's for we're going to tie your hands to the bed frame later, baby. Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Oh, yeah, it's right over here. We won't be using the paper for origami. I want to write a different word on each paper. This is the safe word. We'll need about 100 of them. She willingly freed herself. I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway. We'll put the paper on the ribbons to make a curtain. Wouldn't that be pretty? And it will catch your eye if you're passing by. It may attract some to peek inside. That is so creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this. Dude, all of these, half of these phrases are shit you could say. Like, that's what she said, that's what she said. I want to keep saying that. Is that so? I suppose I do get a little intense. She giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Do you think she'd laugh like Mona Lisa? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something she enjoys. Here's a marker. The safe word is Michael Scott. Want to see how intense I can get, baby? All right, write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. All right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. She unravels the red ribbon and reaches in her bag and cuts it. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves sketched into it. The blade is tinted blue. Uh-oh. This isn't an ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Ah, well. Embarrassed, she looks away. Is this for cutting? Did she cut herself? What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. I have no reason to judge. To each their own. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. All right. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. It's such a weird game. Ooh. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combo of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger. Oh, what am I saying? Don't think I'm weird. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing it. It's an interesting thing to be into. It kind of suits you. It's kind of intense. It's a really cool looking knife. Hold it up to my neck and call me Michael. It's Prison Mike. It is, isn't it? She relaxes. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check out your weird knife fetish. She carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! What were you expecting to happen, dumbass? Dracana! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it. It's my fault. I should have warned you. Don't play with my knives. This is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. She takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off. I see. I beat Fatal Frame at the perfect time to see this golden game. Yes, maybe, if it ever gets interesting. She puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. First of all, that's so unsanitary. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Whoa. Whoa, I instinctively pull my hand back. Why, dude? Come on. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. She lowers her head, her face turned up. This chick nasty. We're gonna doink purple. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird. It took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help dick her. I love how dick her is no verb. Oh, that's funny. I think you're overreacting. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? All right, you know what? This might be stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. I take her hand and lick her finger. This dude is never going to get laid. Oh my god. Tricada, did you just do that? Now we're even. Oh god. She looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. Doink her into space. You're so weird, she giggles. She's calling me weird. I don't know how to respond. Where do you keep your bandages? Because I'm going to need one for my undies. A little bit of sploosh. From all that blood. I don't think I need one. It was just a tiny cut. See, it already stopped bleeding because you sucked on it. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We resume our activities. I watch her knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. I continue to make progress on the paper. Uh-oh. Oh, should we save or are we good? Looks better than I expected. It'll be effective as a door curtain all put all together. Good thinking with this. It's just something I saw online. I'm into Pinterest. I'm gonna do a savey save. And now for the twist. Secret vampire. Secret vampire. Oh baby, what's the next task? What do you have in mind? I want to make a banner. That's what the paint tablets are for. Secret vampire juggler. There's gonna be a reason we've got a giant knife here. Alright, Yuri asked me to buy some watercolor paint tablets. We'll need 6 cups of water for each tablet. Go get them. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back. Oh my. Oh, and just a little bit of water. Don't fill the cups up too much or it'll be diluted. Click the button when needed. Taking her advice, I used some small plastic cups. I put them on a plate and I brought it back to my room. She's unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. What the fuck did she just do? Oh, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it hot in here? Ah, no, not at all. Dude, she's so sweaty. Did she just cut herself? Is that why she always wears long sleeves? Oh, dang. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. She dismisses me and unwraps the tablets, dropping them in the cups. So I thought we would do something simple that looked nice. I'm going to paint a gradient across the banner. An ombre. I saw it on Pinterest. Colors for a sunrise, daytime, sunset, nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote over the banner. We'll hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat! What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Uh-oh, I like to cut myself. If you say so. We kneel so we don't get in each other's way. She uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors to serve as a color guide. This reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels like art class projects. Urias to Drac, what stamp is to Eminem? What? I don't get it. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. Oh no, I didn't mean that. It's fun. Yeah, it is fun. The song. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know the song. I'm glad you feel that way. I know Mom Spaghetti. She's doing Mom Spaghetti on her arm. She stops painting, thinking, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. You just cut yourself. Pretty sure you just cut yourself. I usually don't even want to do weird things. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. It's about a super fan that kills himself because he loves Eminem. Oh, dang. All right, yep. Stan. I thought this was a South Park reference. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't matter if we don't talk. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel nicer. That's all it takes for me to be happy. What is this? What is this weird hand? The weird hand pose? I can't even do that. What is going on with this? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone makes me happy. I feel the same way. She smiles. I knew you'd understand. She leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. Anime girl hand pose. Yeah, but how is she doing it? I didn't go to anime girl school. How and why is that comfortable? But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kya! Sorry. She reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me. I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on her face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. You've got red on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll go get a towel. I get her a towel and I dampen it with hot water. I go to my room and I kneel down in front of her. Oh, baby. But I didn't take Waifu 101. What do I do? Nani. Here. I pat down her face and neck with the towel. Ah, is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect you to be so hot, senpai. I didn't want to use cold water. I pull my hand back, but she holds my wrist. Wait, just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah, I keep my hand against her neck. She looks in my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her book. As if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently through parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Her gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist and a tingling sensation through my arm. And her face is so much closer to mine than it was before. Ah, she pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. From all the blood loss! I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. She picks up her brush, but her movements are clumsy, like she can't focus. I'm silent, forced to ignore what just happened. I get my own brush and I follow her example. Her eyes are going to slide off her head. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner, it's pretty and natural looking. She's bleeding the fuck out, yeah, pretty sure. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm happy with the results. Me too. Are you gonna add the lettering? Oh no, I told you it'd be a surprise. It needs to dry anyway. That's true, won't it take a while? Well, perhaps I can leave it here and have you bring it in the morning? I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, there's nothing more for us to do here. Or is there? God, do it purple. Alright. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Dick her stab her. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, she thinks to herself. It would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Stab her with yo dick. Enough talk. Time for the dick. Sorry for being such a slow worker. It's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done. Yeah, so I shouldn't be disappointed. Gathering all her things, she seems downcast. I get it. She rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Come here, dick and razor blades. Knife dick! But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. She won't be able to resist knife dick. Once she packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thanks for having me. No problem. I'm glad I could help. Let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well, she fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forget you don't like going out. She just smiles bashfully. Alright, you know what I'm trying to say, though. You're very thoughtful. She takes a step closer, then squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how do I respond to that? Ooh, it's really quiet. Something's gonna happen. Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Ah, hey, Drake. Sayori, just now. We weren't awkward for everyone. It's okay. Slurping noses. I just stopped by to say, hey, well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already leaving. Oh, that's so too bad for you. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow. So it's fine. Oh, of course. She beams. Yes, so I'll see you tomorrow. She's embarrassed, so she runs away. Sayori waves goodbye. I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I just wanted to make sure you weren't doinking purple. I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being mean, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, doinking purple. How much fun you were having, and how close you got to her. It makes me happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. She starts to cry. That's all that matters. Why do I feel this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. My heart is splitting in half. It hurts so much. Everything hurts. This would be better if I could disappear. This got... Ooh, man. Ooh, this got dark again. Alright, Sayori, don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. You're gonna go walk yourself right into the wood chipper. College kids! High school kids! Why do I feel these feelings and feels? Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It makes me happy. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. So even if it takes my life, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. She looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. You just convinced her to kill herself. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. That's enough. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down her arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I always said that I know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? She nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm gonna give to you. Uh-oh. Who? Oh, hang on. Oh, this is a bad one. Really good. Here we go. What are we gonna say? I thought that I slide my hand down her throat. You'll always be my dearest friend, right? I was like, friends on that shit? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, we just killed her. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She said how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some difficult feelings, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy. He's like mansplaining depression to her. Oh my God, this guy. He doesn't deserve to get doinked. I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. She forces a smile through a pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? She's not as into it as the other girl. Yes, go for purple. That's what we're trying to do. I'm a man and I know what's best for you. I understand depression. I should write a poem about this. It's okay. This is just my punishment for being so selfish. So please, don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, so I could get the answer I needed. You're also right, that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realized that. You do know me better than anyone. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, her smile breaks. She turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm shocked. I don't know how to react. She looks over her shoulder, flashes me a smile, turns and runs off. Sayori! I'm helpless, standing in front of my house. Why do I feel so bad? You're a dumbass. There's nothing more that I could have done. Are you serious? Those were the only two things that came to your head. You dummy. The most I can do is support her through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having trouble understanding her. I can comfort her, but I don't know if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will plague me until things are back to the way they are. I'll give it everything I got. That was all you've got. I love you. You're my friend. That was it. That was the depths of his heart. That was all the emotion he could dredge out of there. God damn. She will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face. I just want the spooks to happen. When does it get good? It's the day of the festival. Oh, yes, yes. Okay. We'll say back over this one. He's a man. What do you expect? I mean, he's a high school Japanese guy, so that makes perfect sense. But still, like, oh, damn, dude. I feel like I could have done something more. Like, friggin' anything. The emotional intelligence of a potato. You're right. Potato's gonna doink purple. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd walk to school with her. She's not answering her phone. Should I go to her house and wake her up? That might be too much. And we gotta prepare for the event anyway. The banner's dry, so I gotta roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm excited for it to be over so I can spend time with the rest of them at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure it'll be good too. Hard to wake up someone dead. Exactly. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing booklets on each of the desks. Those are the ones she prepared with all the poems. I found a random poem online I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. Sounds like a weird code name. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori. Well, she overslept. What a dummy. You think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. Dude, don't speak ill of the dead. Potato doink purple. I suddenly remember what she told me yesterday, and I feel awful knowing it's not that simple. Boobs. Maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yeah, like basic fucking shit. Jesus Christ. You should take a little responsibility for her. After your exchange with her yesterday, you kind of left her hanging. You left her hanging? Come on, tell me she hanged herself just for that line. You know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president. But, I stammer embarrassed. Did she really tell her about it? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me seem like the bad guy. You are the bad guy. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her. I know what's best. You don't know the full story at all. Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think, so I know you're a douchebag. She's being friendly, but I feel a chill down my spine. Do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out nicely. Sure. I grab one. Oh, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take us seriously. I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each poem is printed on its own page, giving it a professional feel. Natsuki's, Yudi's poems are the ones they perform during practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's really quiet. It got quiet again. It's one I haven't read before. Ho, 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 ho. This is creepy. Oh. I'm just going to read this part. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Whew. Okay. All right. That's not good. Ah, what is this? I get a pit in my stomach. Drake, what's wrong? Oh, this is normal. This is totally fine. This is completely different from anything she's ever written. I changed my mind. I'm going to go get her. So, well, all right. Try not to take too long. Don't strain yourself. Oh my God. I run faster. Oh, there's no music. Oh, what was I thinking? What is nervous laughter? What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, I should have tried a little bit harder. Yeah, you should have. You were too busy trying to doink purple. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake her up. Just the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. I told her yesterday things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach her house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone. I open the door and let myself in. Oh, this is where it gets good. She really is a heavy sleeper. Please keep your hands, arms, and vehicles inside the vehicle at all times. Young children should be accompanied by an adult. All right, we ready? Ready to strap in? I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Get ready to enjoy the ride. I hope so. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? It just feels right. Outside her room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. Stop saying that. I didn't want to have to enter her room like this. It's kind of a breach of privacy, but she leaves me no choice. I open the door. I was right. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, dang. I know. Holy shit. Yeah, that was awesome. That was worth the 2.5 hours. Holy shit. What the hell? She's dead. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. She wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I don't vomit. It's a slow start, but man, it goes places. Ooh. Just yesterday, I told her I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. You didn't know what's best. It's all your fault. That's probably why they wanted me to save, so I could try to go back and prevent it, but probably it happens no matter what I do. That would be my guess. Grabs popcorn and 3D glasses. Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that when she needed me the most? Why was I selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts tell me everything I could have done to prevent this. Oh, it's that one. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented it. Screw the lit club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I couldn't do what she needed from me. If you said you love her, would the purple girl kill herself? I don't even freaking know. I do have a camera in my house. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. It really wants me to go back. And it was like, you need to go back. All right. Was this oh, no. What does that do? Don't deviate from the plan. Doink purple. Oh. What? Oh, no. What's going to happen? I really shouldn't have clicked that, right? Oh, no. Is this going to be a zombie? I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, no.
Yeah, Steam told me this game was similar to Undertale in the recommendations, so I kind of was expecting something like that. Oh boy. What happens if I keep going? I want to see what happens. Is she still evil? I don't like it. Monica. Whoa, 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 hang on. Do you basically kill all of them if you keep going? What? What? Guys, kids! This is mostly what we said before. Do we keep going? We don't reload our save? Do you have to do it all over again?
Creepy. Not in the same spot she was before.
Yeah, exactly. Visit the club. You've just begun the fun. So you just keep going? Oh shit, it's really late though. Oh, it just got good. Let's keep going just a little bit more. He's gonna go butter the potato. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, Mom. Okay, we're gonna check out the club. You're more important. You can save and rejoin later. Yeah, I figured. So let's do that. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, no, you can't. You liar. Oh, you can't. So that's what's weird is it's kind of the same, but kind of different. There's no save here. You can't go back. There's nothing else, though. Yeah. We don't have any of our other saves. So what happened before, the girl was there, our neighbor, and we walked to school together. And then she said, hey, come join my club. This time, she wasn't there. We just saw a creepy, evil, pixelated version of Coyote. So now Monica's inviting me to the club. And most of this is the same. This is all dialogue. Oh! I'm back. I brought a guest. A guest? Way to kill the app. Yeah, see, all of this is what we saw before. Welcome to the club. All words escape me. Incredibly cute girls. You're Monica's boyfriend. No, I'm not. Girl with a sour attitude. Probably a first year. Nice. She's the vice president now. Oh. It's nice to meet you. Drake's gonna come visit the club. History? Huh. You're supposed to tell us in advance. I was gonna make cupcakes. I didn't forget. I just haven't run into him. I should make some tea then. That would be great. So last time she was prepared in advance and she made us cupcakes. Why don't you come sit down? They have a few desks arranged. They all get tea. I sit next to Monica. I know you didn't plan to come, but we'll make you feel at home. As president, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun for everyone. Must be hard to start a new club. We've already seen all this. All of this is the same. She agrees, different girls in the same goal. She must have worked hard. She gives me a cup of tea. All of this is the same. Yeah. Yeah, all of this is exactly the same. So can we just like a skip? You can't even like make different choices, which is weird. There's only like, what, 5 times you get to make a choice? So like there's not even like dialogue options I could say differently. All of this is the same. This is about the poems. I kind of would want to see still can't see the poems. Do the poems change? I bet the something's gotta change, right? Auto? What does auto do? I don't know what auto does. The truth. We don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, this is different. I'm defenseless against these girls. How do I make a decision when it's like this? I couldn't let everyone down, and the club is pretty relaxed. So if I have to just write poems to hang out with them, all right, I'll do it. They all light up. Do you mean that? Yeah, it could be fun. You scared me. You really just left. I would be super pissed. We can become an official club now. Thanks so much. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Oh, thanks. All right, we can officially end today's meeting. Write a poem to bring it. She looks over at me. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Can I impress the class star with my mediocre writing? I already feel anxious. I'll be on my way. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Normally we would walk her home. That's weird. Nothing weird happened there. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was there were nails sticking out of the walls, and there was someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was, and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Auto? What does auto do? Okay, this is a good place to stop. There's not... Oh, dang. There's not... We can't even go back. Oh, interesting. That wasn't a poem. Okay, so you can't even go back and redo any of your decisions. Unless maybe I could have done it before it ended? I'm not really sure. History. Main menu. Oh, she's still evil. Okay, that's really interesting. I didn't think I'd ever see you play this game. Why? It was on my list of horror games to play. All I knew is it was a horror game and something creepy happened at the end. That's about all I knew. And then it was a cutesy game at first. RA1? Because I hate old shitty games with bad dialogue? I love bad dialogue when it's, I mean... Oh. Wait, I think you're playing Remake. Are you playing RE1 now? Enjoy that trash pile. I thought you were playing Remake. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So Remake, not RE1. Alright. Ugh, good sex. Well, this has been really interesting just at the last. This last 10 minutes made it worth the 2.5 hours. So tomorrow, let's play some more. Oh wait, I didn't see what this thing. Oh shit, I didn't know you could do that. Fuck. That would have been nice. Would have been really nice. After choices. I was flaming it, then I got intrigued. Yeah. It got interesting. I wish I had known. Hey guys, just come back in 2 hours. It's fine. Let's play some more of this tomorrow. I don't know how far we can get. If we just keep going until everybody dies, or what happens next? This is all uncharted territory, but kind of we've already seen it. So that was interesting. And the music's so cute. Zek's playing this would be interesting. I don't think you can do the voices as well as I can though. I think you'll beat it tomorrow or be really close. Not my kind of game. Yeah, this isn't anybody's kind of game. This is weird as shit. This is 2 different weird games combined. It's so cute. The music, it's so cute and so scary. Zex can't read. I need him to sit here while I read and he can pop chocolates into my mouth. Sensually. Like we did with purple hair. So tomorrow maybe we can doink purple hair. That's the goal. The turn is the best part. That was amazing. That was worth it. Because I kind of knew something like that was going to happen, and they've been hinting at it and foreshadowing. And then, BAM! 0 to 100. Cut my arm a little on street. Doink her to death. Can you do that? I'm gonna doink her. Is that a thing? Can we do that? This team does not deserve to get doinked, though. I really hate this protagonist. He's a no-tagonist. I don't like him. He's just terrible. I don't even get to choose his shitty dialogue. 100% not paying attention. You're gonna have to rewatch it. So right at the end of the stream. So just rewind 30 minutes and you'll get the gist of it. It's fine. So let's try to doink purple hair tomorrow. I half fell asleep while watching. Really? Because I'm wide awake after that. Who's playing games? Jeezy's playing Dead Space. Let's go watch some spooky shit. Cool. This was fun. Really scary Spooktober game. We'll play some more tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy the fun music. Spoopy. Spooky and cute. It's the best of both worlds. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow for the finale, hopefully. Keep it spooky.
What?
Didn't rate? Oh?
Where else?
Oh, I thought it rated. Well, I'll try that again.
Oh, this will probably help too.
Sorry, I thought it rated. Never mind. Button didn't work. Cool. Weird. It's really weird.